Markets angry early, happy late, end up closing down a little. What's up, everybody? This is Bubba's Daily Update, and of course, at one point today, the markets were down about 250 points and have rallied all the way back to be down about 60 or 70. I don't know. Again, we continue to play on these news items, and of course, the dip buyers are still pretty much full in control. Markets were under heavy pressure early, and managed once again to see the buyers come in. And I think this is kind of the market that we've talked about. Although volume was a lot heavier today and there was some volatility, markets continue to try to hold up as well as they can. They had every opportunity to crack them, and they did not. I think that's an important sign to watch as far as thinking that the market's going to break down. They did get the markets down over 1% at one point, which was the first time in, 100 and some days. But look, you had gold very stagnant almost all day. Up a little bit, down a little bit, but right around that unchanged level. You had oil up a little bit, but again, much nearer that unchanged level. The tax cuts, as we said last week, were BS, and I think that's what the street felt originally. And I think that's still the case. They're going to be pretty much a non-event. Again, a lot of things that don't make sense is why should a big corporation pay 20% and a little corporation pay 25%? I don't think that makes a lot of sense to me. Some people will actually be paying more in taxes when it's all said and done. I think these are some of the issues that we look at and we have to be concerned about. But at the end of the day, it doesn't look great, okay? That's the bottom line. Disney came out with earnings, not very good, not totally unexpected, but down about 4% after the close. Nvidia's not out yet, but a lot of things don't look really overly healthy here. Now, again, it does not mean that you have the green light to go out and start selling. It just means that the markets are they don't look very good, and they're really just being built on what we would call a big house of cards. Now, it doesn't mean, again, I'm not advocating you're running out and selling and selling and selling. I'm saying that things don't look very good here. That's really the bottom line. We've got too many things, too much misinformation out there, and you've got a House and Senate that can't even get together. So where is this passage of this tax bill going to come from? I don't know that it ever gets passed. I don't know how they think they're going to get done by Christmas. Maybe they will. Listen, it can only benefit all of us if they can get that done. But at the end of the day, okay, what do we have here is we have a mess. We have only one asset class to trade. Bonds were down a little bit today, so interest rates rose a little bit. But you're being stuck and pigeonholed as everybody else is into one asset class. And when you look at it that way, that's not a very healthy environment for the overall economy. The economy is not in great shape. I don't care what they say. I don't care about the reports that we get. The bottom line is small business, middle-class Americans are still struggling. Now, again, that has nothing to do with the stock market, okay? Because the markets are more controlled by many of the bigger dollars and many of the big funds. So we're not going to say that the markets can't go higher. What we're saying is that the general economy is setting up, as I believe, has never left the recession. But if it has left the recession, which we have been told, it's setting up for a new recession. You saw Alan Greenspan on TV today talking about it, and of course, he didn't want to say too much, but he is somebody who believes that these tax cuts are not at the right time. Again, all we're doing is pushing money from one side of the desk to the other side of the desk, and really not creating the opportunity to have real, true, positive growth here. If these corporations bring their money back, they're not going to invest it and rebuild their companies. They're going to buy their stock back. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with capitalism. I don't have a problem with that. But what I do have a problem with is that the bill of goods that were being sold here is not necessarily the case. I think you got to continue to watch. We have to continue to observe what's going on here. But there will be a break in the armor here. There will be something that's going to change the overall attitude towards the stock market. When and what, nobody knows. And I'm not going to try to tell you it's going to be tomorrow. I have no idea when it's going to come. Again, I tend to doubt that it's going to come much before Christmas, because we are coming into what we would think is a very positive time of year. The typical Santa Claus rally, everything else that goes on this time of year, and we're still in the same position. So there's no reason for me to expect it to be soon. I think you have to continue to watch individual issues and look to trade those as best you can, either to the downside or the upside. Either way, it doesn't matter. We have to be on top of our game, and that's really where we are right now. So this is it for this week. I don't see a lot. I mean, again, it was down pretty big and had a chance to really go down, but here they came charging back like a horse coming out of the stretch. In the meantime, don't forget to check out my highschoolinvesting.com website. We're looking for some help, some donations through Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. We've been sponsoring it. I've been sponsoring it myself for the last 6 years, and we've gotten into 300 high schools, but we'd like to get into 30,000, and we need some help to ramp up and grow. And there are some special perks for those who do decide to help out. And also don't forget to get the Bubba Show every single day, 2 to 3 Eastern Time at libertytalk.fm. And of course, we got a football game tonight. And of course, I make a selection every time. And tonight we're going to take the Arizona Cardinals against the Seattle Seahawks and take plus to 6 points. That's it for today's edition of Bubba's Daily Update. Thank you so much for joining. And as always, we'll see you next time. And this time will be on Monday. We'll have the full show up over the weekend. Everybody, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to be here. Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see you later, everybody. Thanks.